Welcome to Around the Armstrong Table. Today it's all about soup and salad. I'm making a delicious French onion soup and I'm pairing that up with a classic wedge salad. Can't wait to show y'all this one. There is nothing like a classic French onion soup. It's one of my favorite dishes, and here's how you make it. So I'll put the ingredients on the screen so you guys can write those down, or you can go back and follow on the video if you want to see exactly how to make it yourself. But the first thing we're going to start off with is the star of the show, which are the onions. And I like to cut them long ways and then also cut them directly down the middle. This helps make it easier for you to eat, but it also helps with the caramelization process. Next, we're gonna add some thyme to this dish and also 4 cloves of garlic that I'm gonna dice up really, really finely. And as you guys know in some of my previous videos, you gotta have garlic. I mean, come on. We're gonna add some avocado oil to my Dutch oven and also some butter. And then we're gonna follow that up with the onions. You get the onions in there, and again, this is a very, very slow process. Season with salt and pepper right away. You want those onions to start to sweat, and then later on, as we go through the process of about 30 to 40 minutes of cooking these onions down, they're gonna turn caramelized and get absolutely delicious. In preparation for my wedge salad, I'm gonna get some bacon in the oven. And what you want to do, turn the oven to 425 degrees, and you want to let that cook for about 30 minutes. The bacon's going to get absolutely crispy, which is exactly what you want. Now that we're back to the onions, of course, you know I got to add some of that what's that here sauce, or Worcestershire, or Worcestershire, however you want to say it, into the onions. And again, let this cook down, take your time, you're going to keep mixing, and you see that color start to change and develop as the onions start to cook. We're about 20 minutes or so into this, and like I said, don't rush this. The bacon's been cooking for about 30 minutes now. It's nice and crispy, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out of the oven, set it aside. So I keep mixing this because I don't want it to stick to the bottom of the pan, and you don't want to rush this. You can't overcook the onions. The longer this takes, the better it's going to be. The amount of flavor that's going to develop is just going to be absolutely delicious. Now that the onions are completely caramelized and exactly where we want them, we can finally add the garlic to this. I know you guys are probably wondering, where is the garlic? So we've added the garlic. We're going to go ahead and add the thyme as well, and then we're going to add in the secret ingredient. And 2 beef bouillon cubes is exactly what you need. You don't have to add any wine to this. Some people might want to, but in my opinion, you don't need to. Make sure you get unsalted beef broth or beef stock and add that in at this point and give that a good mix. Let that flavor develop a little bit and cook down for another 20 minutes or so. And this is done. Now it's on to the cheese. And don't skimp on this part. Get some good cheese. So I'm shredding up some fresh Gruyère cheese, both regular and smoked. Next, I'm gonna slice up a French baguette and get that into a pan with a little bit of avocado oil. You just wanna move that around with the bread, and you just wanna get this toasted up on one side. You don't need to do both sides, just one side. Let them toast up for just a few minutes. With the bread all toasted and ready to go, let's get the soup together. So we're gonna pour our soup into our soup dishes, and you wanna get it all the way to the top of the bowl. Then you wanna top that off with the toast or the French baguette bread. Once you get that bread added in there, of course you gotta finish it with that delicious Gruyère cheese, the combination of the smoked and the regular. Like I said before, do not skimp on putting this cheese on here. Put as much as you like. I probably could have added a little bit more, but I didn't. Then you want to get that into the oven while it's hot and switch that to broil. And you want to broil it, but you want to keep an eye on it just so you get that bubbly cheese. I'm so ready to dig into this. Now would be a good time to ask you guys to like and subscribe to the channel. Please comment, follow me on Facebook. I mean, I truly appreciate the support. So let's transition to this wedge salad. And this is a classic wedge salad, super quick. We're gonna dice up some cherry tomatoes, finely slice some radishes. And remember that bacon? Well, here it is. I'm gonna get the bacon all sliced up. And the way I like to do my wedge is not the traditional wedge. I'm gonna basically just cut some iceberg lettuce in half and cut the bottom off of it so it sits nicely on the plate. Get some blue cheese dressing, put right on top of that delicious iceberg lettuce. Make sure you add the cherry tomatoes. Then you want to come in with the radishes and the bacon, of course. And you gotta finish it off with some crumbled blue cheese. Now, if you're not a fan of blue cheese, please, by all means, go ahead and use ranch dressing. Look at this dish. Look at the combination of the two. Thank you so much for watching. Now we gotta taste it. All right, we gotta get a bite of this soup. The onions are perfect. That's so good. Guys, y'all gotta make this one. I'm telling you. 1 point. Do that. It's all about the onions. And don't worry, I'm definitely gonna dig into that salad.